uppermost thoughts going into nationals?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously SECs wasn't our night. We had some uncharacteristic routines. We had to switch up some lineups, and all in all, coming back into the gym this week, the team has really reset very strongly, I would have to say. They've looked good in the gym. We've Bailey Lovett will, her status on her elbow, we don't know if she'll be able to compete the rest of the season, which has created some adversity for our lineups, but we've got some other people ready to go if they're needed. And we're trying to figure out those types of things right now and just figure out a way to get one day better at a time and get those little half tenths. And I'm really proud of the way the team has responded to a tough meet like SECs. I mean, it would have been easy for them to kind of give up and say, that's our story, but they very quickly reset and said, no, that's not the way our story ends this season, and we've got more to accomplish. So really excited going into the next couple of weeks of training before we head to Tuscaloosa, and we've got a tough field of competition in our first session, but we've got some good things going for us. We start on bars, which is something we're used to with every away meet this season so far, so I'm excited about that. We're also in the afternoon session, which will be great for us. So our team has plenty of time to recover for day 2. So we're really excited about what we've got and our position going into regionals.
Okay, and I did want to ask you about what you thought about your draw and going to a venue that your athletes are all familiar with. Just any advantage there?
I mean, we obviously got one of the toughest draws in all regionals, but I'm not surprised. The field is so strong this year with every team. I mean, we've got 3 other really great teams in our session, which is going to challenge us, but we've got to be ready. We've got to be not only hitting routines, but sticking dismounts and getting those little half tenths here and there. And the team is very aware of that. We're very dialed in on that this week and next. But I think, going to Tuscaloosa, staying in the SEC is an advantage for us, especially where we're used to that environment. We're used to that arena. So it's not going to be new to most of our athletes. But, regardless of where we are and who we're competing against, we want to do our job. We want to do our gymnastics to the best of our ability. And that's what we're going to focus on these next 2 weeks.
And I did want to ask you about Kennedy, just her season in general. She's, in position to get All-America honors perhaps, and then Maggie as well. What you thought of those 2?
Well, we just found out that Kennedy is an All-American in the all-around, and she made second team on vault and beam, and Maggie was second team on bars. So really exciting accolades for those 2 athletes. I think many of our athletes deserve those All-America honors, although there's so much talent out there. It's not easy to become an All-American, but Kennedy has had just a fantastic season. She's had some really, really great competitions where she's put all 4 events together. And then she's had some others where she's been inconsistent here and there. But all in all, I'm really proud of the way she's matured this year. She is just so resilient and mentally way more consistent than she was all last year. So I'm really proud of her for making those strides. And her growth as an athlete has been amazing to watch. And she has, again, just like the team, reset in the gym this week and is excited to make her gymnastics even better and more consistent for regionals.
Okay, I might have another, but I wanted to pass the mic along.
Hey, Tom, we're good if you want to keep rolling. Thank you.
Well, yeah. Sophia was on the bars last week and did pretty good. I mean, what she had, what do you think about to fill in for Bailey's spots?
Yeah. Well, if you backtrack all the way to our first meet this season at LSU, I think Kiara wasn't back on bars yet, and Sophia actually was our leadoff in that meet and hit a great routine. And so when we realized Bailey wouldn't be able to compete bars, Sophia has been one that has been not competing every weekend, but ready if we need her. And so we were able to slide her in that spot, and just her job is to go up and start the team off with a hit routine. And so that's what she's been ready to do. And I said, thank you for being ready. That takes tremendous just focus and character to not compete all season and then be put in right at the end. So that's a tough spot to be in, but she handled the pressure and what was put in front of her very, very well. So we'll have to do that same thing potentially with beam and floor, with not knowing if Bailey can compete, but I trust that our depth and our backup athletes have just been ready mentally and physically the whole season.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Bailey's been just such a big scorer for you. How does that impact you?
Yeah, I mean it's not ideal, obviously, but she really has fought through a lot of pain this season, you know, as safely as she can, and she's kind of gotten to a point where her elbow is saying no thank you anymore. But you know, there's still a chance she might be able to compete on beam for us, because you know her beam doesn't use any hands, so we're still waiting to hear back some results of her doctors and to see if she could do beam, but right now we've got an open spot in the floor lineup, which replacing a 995 won't be easy, but we've got 4 athletes who are in contention for that open spot on floor who are ready to go. So
Okay.
it's actually really good in the gym. It forces those 4 people to step up and prove themselves in training. And I've been telling them all, you got to be able to score 985 plus 99 plus to take that spot. So it's fired them up, and I think the whole team is ready to have Bailey's back and step in for those spots that she's been in all season.
Okay. Was this already on tap to be in place this year, or was this clearly a product of the coronavirus?
The regional format?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the way it'll be every year. It's new in the last couple of years. We didn't experience it last year, obviously, because of the season being cut short. But the year before that, before I was here, this is what the format changed to, and it's made the field a little tougher. It's instead of 12 teams making nationals, now only 8 teams make nationals. So it's a tougher competition. Normally regionals was only one day. Now it's back-to-back days of competition. So our goal is to go out and have a strong first day, qualify onto the second day, and then, you know, make a run at one of those spots to make nationals.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you. That's all I have.
Thank you.